Good morning. We are going to dehydrate eggs today. Well, I am. You're just going to come along if you keep watching. Full disclaimer, this is Monday morning. Weekends, I do bare minimum housework. I made Tim breakfast today. I ran the dishwasher before supper last night, so the kitchen still needs a good cleaning, but I need to get these started because the eggs have to be in the dehydrator 8 to 10 hours, and then I have to blah, 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 blah. You'll see what we do. So, we start with eggs. I've got a lot here. I have 12 racks for my dehydrator. I thought I had 12 silicone liners. 5 eggs per liner would be 60 eggs. However, as I started to go ahead and get ready, I only have 8 liners. So we'll see how many of these eggs we get done. Whatever don't get done, I'll probably boil up some for the dogs because I do like to give them an egg every other day, or if I have overrun a couple eggs. My nose is really itchy. Every time I get on here, my nose gets really itchy. There's several ways to preserve eggs. Some people do it in the freezer. I find I do it in the freezer and they never get used. That's just the way it is. So, water glassing. I've thought about that. I've studied it. I've probably watched 20 videos, 10 times each on water glassing. Actually, 2 of the families that I watch on YouTube water glass, and they do it all the time, and they're used to it, and everyone eats them. Water glassing takes lime, food grade lime, and even though the eggs are never washed and they have a protective lining, I just can't do it. I'm afraid they taste off. Duck eggs maybe, but we don't get enough duck and goose eggs to bother to fill a 5-gallon bucket. And I'm not going to water glass eggs for, 10 duck eggs. So these are all chicken eggs. I don't think I have any duck eggs mixed in. Geese eggs, we have some that will go in the incubator today. And we have duck eggs in the incubator. And then we're going to let them keep the rest of their eggs and try to hatch them out on their own. We had one duck that did really good last year doing that. This will be the first year for the geese. The geese are pilgrim geese. They are known to be good sitters and excellent mothers. So we're going to give that a try. So these are all chicken eggs. You can see I have a lot more white eggs. That's in part, they're leghorn eggs. We have a lot of white leghorns. We have, Tim has the bloodline where he wants it for the most part. And we just don't want to hatch any white leghorns this year. Next year will probably be a big white leghorn hatch year. Last year was, I couldn't tell you how many. Mainly this year, we are really concentrating on our Will Summers. This is one Will Summer girl's egg. This is another one. And this is a third one, okay? The one's not really laying. She's also an egg eater. So, but we have several in incubators, and plus I've hatched some. Okay, so let's get busy. I'm not going to have you sit here and watch the whole thing. We're going to do a couple together. I'm going to turn off the camera. I'm going to get the rest of them done. It's pretty simple. Okay, I figured one tray should hold about 5 eggs. I don't know. I got my big measuring cup so I can pour directly from here. I do have this in case that doesn't work. We'll just go with it and see. So, eggs, you can always have a bad one. especially if they're farm fresh. Our girls don't always want to lay in their nesting boxes, and sometimes they dig deep, and an egg will get buried, and we might not know it's there. And it might be there for a day or 2 days, or it might be there for a week or 2 weeks. Generally, an unwashed egg will be good for months, okay, without refrigerating and washing. But you could get a bad one. One could have been at the bottom of that nest and you just missed it for who knows how long. Or one may have just, for whatever reason, been bad. I don't know. Or one could have got pushed back in the refrigerator for 6 months and maybe you didn't know it. Anyways, I just think it's a good idea, and this is how I was raised, to crack your egg in a custard cup and then combine it. Okay? So that's what I'm going to do with a whole bunch of these eggs. And then I'll bring you back for the next step. Okay? Hang on. I'll be right back with TV magic. Okay. So I cracked 8 cups of eggs. Still have all these left. I assume from my measurements that I did last night that each tray will hold 1 to 1.5 cups of eggs, which 1.5 would, on average, they say, for store-bought eggs anyways, that would be 5 eggs. A lot of my eggs are small. Then I have some big eggs. I didn't do very many big eggs, but we're gonna see. I just got this dehydrator last year. I've done peppers and tomatoes and tomato skins, zucchini, yellow squash, some spinach. I think that's all I've done with this. I planned on doing some herbs, but I never got around to it. I used most of them fresh, and then we had an early frost that went that I thought they were going to be okay, and it didn't happen. So anyways, we've got 8 cups of eggs. I've taken my mixer, mixed them good. If it looks like they're going to start to separate, then I will again mix them, because you want to keep them together and you want a little bit of foam on the top, because that means you've mixed them enough. You want some air in here, because I guess that shortens the dry time. The more you put on the tray, the longer it's going to take. So I still have all these eggs. We'll see. I'm going to get a plate because my beaters are dripping. I don't want to drip them all over the counter, but at the same time, I don't want to take them away. I usually do not have my food dehydrator in the kitchen. I like to do it in the garage or in the cabin, but it's too dark in there. Now, I did do my last set of peppers in the extra bedroom, because it was just taking forever, and then I kept forgetting about them, and then I'd have to dry them more, That was at the end of the season, and I was pretty worn out by then. Oh, I was kind of getting tired of food preservation. It happens every fall. But it's spring, and I'm ready to hit it full speed ahead. So anyways, one reason I do that is it produces a lot of noise. It produces a lot of heat, and it can throw off some funky smells, and you generally don't want your house smelling like that. I have some windows open. Eggs are not supposed to take that long, 8 hours for the first run through. So we're going to hope and pray for the best, and hopefully my house doesn't smell like sulfur before it's done. So let's start pouring. And I don't know how level my counter is. Not very level, evidently. You know, all this stuff was leveled when it was built, but my house is, I don't know. I forget how old it is. I think maybe 98 it was built. I don't remember. Oh, I got egg going all over the floor. So this is, let's see. All right, now that I have it there, let's just hope. I keep spilling it over the edges of the silicone. Oh my. Okay. First one's always an experiment, like with your first pancake never turns out well. So I spilt over. It's not going to hurt anything. I've got some egg on the floor I will have to clean up. And I've got some egg on the edges of the metal part of the tray. That's fine. It might leak through, but I've got a drip pan. Oh, shoot. You know what? I think we're going to move. Oh, you guys are... Oh, you guys I know just come here for the comedy show, right? Oh, my goodness. I do have an outlet at my island, as you probably have been able to figure out. So, we'll put it here. Because I'm not going to try to carry that all over God's green earth, because obviously I'm going to just make a mess. I mean, look at it. Oh no, I grabbed a stained up dish rag. Someone told me in my comments that my dish towels were nasty and that for film I should use nice pretty ones. I'm not going to go buy a bunch of dish towels just for film. It is what it is. This is what it is. Okay. I have 100 million of them, and half of them are probably at least 20 years old. Okay. So we're going to try this. See, I have a drip pan in the bottom, so I'm not worried about it spilling in the bottom. Let's get this all moved out of the way. As you can tell, I've never done this before. You're along for the first time ride with me here, and you're getting quite the messy show. If you don't like the way eggs look, this is not the video for you. Maybe I should put that in the beginning. If you do not like the way raw eggs look, don't watch. Okay. I don't know. I think I'm just not going to be able to fill. Oh! I just had, and this is tilting this way a little. I wonder if I could put something under those front feet to level it up a little bit. What do you think? What do you think? What do we have in the kitchen that we could use to level it? Maybe some canning jar lids. I don't think we need a lot. Okay, maybe another one. Real life here. Real life. If you don't like real life, go to one of those other kind of channels. All right, it's pretty good, but I do think I could handle a little bit more in the back because it spilled out. I might end up spilling out more. Okay. You're gonna have to trust me, but that's level. All right, you saw the first one mess up. I'm gonna go ahead and do more, and then I'll bring you back for the last one, okay? See you in a second. I know I said I was gonna bring you back for the last one, but my second one I figured something out. So this is what I'm doing. That's a little bit more than a cup, so I'm filling up my 1 cup measuring cup. I already put the tray in there so I don't have to move it. Duh! Why didn't any of those videos I watched tell me to do that? Oh, or any of the things I read tell me to do that? So that I may be able to get a touch more in there, but I'm gonna call it good. But yeah, this is the way to go. This is so much easier that this is what I'm gonna do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trays to go. So I'll bring you back. Okay, we're on our last tray. I can't get my measuring cup in. So I pulled the tray out a little bit, and I'm going to tip it just to try to get it all the way to the back. And that tray's not completely full. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and do one more egg. Right, as you can see, I've been doing more eggs because it took more than 8 cups. So, which we kind of talked about that. Because we said it would be, what did I say? 8.5 per tray. 8 1/4 to 8.5. Oh, shoot. Let me get a big tea towel that's, oh my goodness. Don't cry over spilled eggs. Like I said, I know you don't come here for the instructions. I know you're coming here for the laughs because you're like, what is she going to do this time? Okay, we're going to do this because I thought about this and I started, oh, that's not quite as much. Well, now we spilled all that. Oh, if I can't get 3 eggs on there, 3 eggs on there, then we'll just give them to the dogs. Okay, let's go to the mixer over here. Break some eggs today and spill some eggs. So this is it for the top. See, and if I do this again, which I will, because I'm going to have lots of eggs, and the eggs last 5 to 10 years, as long as I vacuum seal them, and I think I'm going to, when I vacuum seal them, I'm going to go ahead and put an oxygen absorber in there. So, food grade, of course. So, At least I'm learning lessons, right? Isn't that what it's about? We're all learning together. Huh. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I did that. Well, yeah, I can. I think sometimes Tim thinks I'm just doing stupid crap on purpose. I know my parents did. My parents always thought I was doing stupid crap on purpose. Susan knew I wasn't, but she'd get so frustrated with me. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, I'm not going to worry about it. It is what it is. I'm going to try to clean this up off camera. I don't know how many eggs. You know what? Y'all out there paying outrageous prices for eggs. I'm not going to cry over a couple eggs when I know I go out there today. I have at least 2 well summer, maybe 3. I will have 1 of these giant ones. I'll have 1 or 2 of these. In that chicken house, I'll have 1 blue one. I'll have 1 white one. In the chicken house down here, I'll have 2 white ones. In the other chicken house, in the goat house that chickens live with the goat in, I could have as few as 2 or as many as 6 in there today. And then my girl that lays up by the rabbits, Tim took where she usually lays and switched it out. And I don't know, she might give me an egg today. So however many eggs that is, it's more than what I spilt here. I know that. So I'm not going to be upset. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to get this going. And looks like I've got a hot pepper in there. I might have to get the tweezers to get that out. So maybe it was a good thing that I'm going to have to get the tweezers to get that out. So I am going to put it on the meat, fish, jerky, poultry. No, that's not what I'm going to put it on. Let me get my stool. I want to see. Okay, here we go. 135 to 145. Fahrenheit, 57 to 63. Celsius, that's the fruit rolls setting. That's what I'm going to put it on. I'm going to set the timer for 10 hours, but hopefully it'll be done in 8 hours. And then I'll bring you back when we're ready for the next step because we're not done yet. Okay? So, we'll see you in a little bit. Here we are again. This has been a day and a half. Busy. I shouldn't have done these eggs on St. Patrick's Day. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so this is pretty much what they look like. I did 10 hours and I still have some that's a little gooey. That's the darker part. But I'm going with it because I'm going with it. And some of my trays still have some half-dried egg on them. I'm going with it because I'm tired. And nothing in life is perfect. Okay. So it's that easy. And as you can see, I've already powdered up a whole bunch. And I just keep doing that. Okay, it's that simple. Now, I'm going to, and look at that beautiful color. I'd be more worried about the liquid on the sheets if I wasn't running this through the dehydrator again. Okay. And I'm hoping I can get this evened out a little bit more, and this is all we're going to do. Okay, I'm just going to keep doing this on several sheets, and I might not even need all the sheets. Okay, we'll just spread it out. I do have clean hands. I think that's going to be a little bit easier for me. I work best with my hands. Better than even in the garden. I like to work with my hands and not so much the tools. I don't know why, but that's just me. You use all the tools you want. I don't want this too thick, so I'm going to take some off. Okay. And I'm just going to keep doing that. Tray by tray by tray. And the next time I take this powdery stuff out of the dehydrator, I'll bring you back again. See you in a few. Dun, 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 dun. Here we are again. One more time with the eggs. So I started to dehydrate the rest of the eggs last night. Then I was like, yeah, no, because I wanted to keep an eye on them. I did it since I've never done this before and wasn't sure how things would progress. I wanted to be able to check and make sure we were doing okay. So, and we had 2 less trays going in last night than we had yesterday morning. Okay, so I do want to grind them up again. The directions I read didn't say to do that, but if you remember, I had some big chunks that weren't completely dry, so I want to make sure that they are completely dry now. I put this mat down just because I have a feeling it's going to get messy, and thought that might help keep my cleaning to a minimum. I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? But I also wanted to say, you see these eggs today? Yesterday, earlier in this video, I had busted some eggs. They fell on the floor and everything else. I wasn't very upset because I knew I'd have a lot of eggs today. That's the morning crew. That's what I got. I think it was about 11, 12 o'clock when I collected eggs the first time. Now this evening I'll collect eggs again. I know I will have at least 2 more eggs this evening. The white leghorns, I'm not sure. Oh, I didn't go up and get the white leghorn from up by the rabbits. I'll have to do that still. So that's 3 eggs I know for sure I'll have tonight. Not all of them are laying every day yet because it is only March 18th, the day after Valentine's Day. Oh my gosh, the day after St. Patrick's. Okay, I thought I was recording. I took all the egg powder out of the dehydrator. I put it in the blender, ground it again. I think it looks pretty good to me. I did vacuum seal this one. Okay. And whoops-a-daisy. I'm going to vacuum seal this one. First, I had started with these cheap canning lids. I got them on clearance sale at Dollar General for like 25 cents. No. It didn't work. So I got out my Golden Harvest lids and I'll show you how we do it. So I did it to the bottom of the rim where the band is, the 1-inch head space, just like you do when you're canning. Okay, make sure it's centered on there good. I put this on, and I should be able to count to 15, and it should be sealed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hopefully that's 15 seconds like my instructions say. And my test is if I can pick it up by the lid, it's sealed. Okay, you can put moisture absorbers in there if you want. The main person that I've been learning vacuum sealing from says if you do the vacuum sealing right, you don't need it. And one way is, you know, you don't have big clumps. If it's, you might, and you have to shake it and condition it, you know, but it should be good. If it does start to clump together, you just throw it back in the dehydrator and reseal it. These lids I have found are not necessarily like canning lids. They do, at least for me, the couple I've done did re-vacuum seal. I got out this little one thinking I was only going to have 3 small jars. And I think I said before, when I thought I was recording and wasn't, I like to use my canning funnel so that I keep the rims clean. Because you want to do that or it's not going to vacuum seal. If you have any debris there, it's not going to. So sometimes I end up a little short when I do that. We're just going to go like that. There we go. Let's try another one of these cheap ones. Let's see. Maybe I wasn't holding it right or something. Let's take one from the middle because I don't know where I put the one that I tried. They are kind of sticking together, so maybe that's why that first one didn't. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 11 Mississippi, 12 Mississippi, 13 Mississippi, 14 Mississippi, 15 Mississippis, and let's see if it works. I think you can go over. I don't see why you couldn't. Yep, and it worked. There we go. So I'm just going to keep on doing that until I'm done. I'll put in the description how many jars I got. These are 1/2 pint jars, so I'll put in how many pints. These are 1/4 pint jars. I'm only going to do this if I have it left over, but I'm going to stick with the 1/2 pint jelly jars. All right, friends, family, loved ones, subscribers, and viewers, thanks for stopping in on my egg adventure. If you thought it was fun, if you laughed at me, like it. If you thought it was horrible, dislike it. If you want to make fun of me, share it, okay? All right, love you. See you soon.